Please be seated. Welcome back to the final phase of term, and I hope you all had a exciting weekend and a restful weekend, if at all possible. I do want to do a little shout out for Miss Rennie and our wonderful transport team who do the logistics every time we have a break with a smile and make sure you speed home and speed back to campus. We had a very special event up there for our grade 12s, the grad class of 2022 in Whistler. Thank you for the spirit in which you entered into that rite of passage, grade 12s. It was very special to spend time with you up in Whistler. And some of you will have also heard that we honoured our promise of a dinner for the class of 2020, who their spring term was untimely and unexpectedly ripped from them when the global pandemic was declared. And I think we had 60 to 70 of them who came back on Saturday evening and gathered with us for their rite of passage and a sense of closure, and more than anything, a reunion that they wanted to connect with each other and connect with staff who they hadn't had a chance to say goodbye to. Well done for all those students who took AP exams. I hope you gave them your best shot and look forward to seeing the results as they come in during the summer. We're going to be doing a few academic colours in a minute. Just indulge me a second. Some of you might know that Shawnigan last August helped 2 Afghan female students get through the Taliban checkpoints in Kabul airport and onto flights first to Germany and then to Canada. We offered them, through our admissions team, 2 full scholarships. They arrived in Toronto and chose to stay with their wider family in Toronto and to attend the local public school. We were then contacted by the Executive Director of Women Leaders of Tomorrow, which is based in Vancouver. Friba Rezai, who was actually Afghanistan's first female Olympian in judo, is the Executive Director of it. And her message was to me is, what can Shawnigan do as the Taliban has closed our schools for girls and put in other restrictive measures? And many of you will have been reading the press in the last week or two as the Taliban have increased those measures for females and in particular female students. And so we did offer a scholarship to a student from Marifat High School in Kabul, Afghanistan, and after 8 months and a very courageous journey on her own to Islamabad in Pakistan, and then flights to Vancouver last week, and she had to wait a very long time in Islamabad for 2 or 3 months, waiting whether she would be granted the paperwork. She had to get through Taliban checkpoints, in fact hiding some articles that she wanted to bring abroad from them, that she arrived in Vancouver last Thursday, stayed with Friba in Vancouver, and we picked her up yesterday, and she arrives as the latest member of our Shawnigan community. Marina will be joining Renfrew House, hence the hymn at the beginning this morning. She's a proud Hazara Afghani, an ambassador for her country. She speaks many languages, including Persian, Pashto, and English, and a little bit of Uzbeki. I'm certain it is not the impact that we will have on her, but the impact she will have on us here at Shawnigan as she introduces us to her culture, her stories, and her world. So, Marina, I'm going to ask you to stand in a second, but thank you for having the courage to come here to the other side of the world to continue your education so that you can make it to university. Shawnigan salutes you. And her journey didn't happen alone. It happened with some tremendous support. Senora, for first having the idea last summer and striding into my office and saying we absolutely need to make sure Shawnigan is relevant to the world at large, and we should be offering a scholarship to a female Afghani. to Miss Blair, who's here this morning, Miss Sinclair in admissions, Miss Rennie, who sorted all the flights out from Islamabad. It was extremely tricky for Marina flying as an unaccompanied minor and a Muslim woman to get here. Mrs. Samuel, of course, for absolutely saying we could offer a full scholarship, and my wife, Kathini, and lots of other people have contributed along the way. So thank you to them, and I'm going to hand over to Mrs. Milne, Assistant Head, Academics, for the next bit.
Thank you, Mr. Lamont. Good morning. It gives me great pleasure today to announce the second round of grade 12s and the first round of grade 10s who will receive their academic colors this morning. During our discussions about these nominations as teachers, the following comments were shared. So I wanted to share some of those with you so you know what your teachers are looking for. Consistent effort and attitude, compassion, care, and support for peers, asks insightful questions, motivated and genuinely interested, persistent, dedicated, shows a passion for the subject, a leader in this class, self-directed, inquisitive, works collaboratively with classmates, shows maturity in their approach, independent, kind, energetic, pushes others and the class to dig deeper, is creative, is one of my hardest working and most diligent students. So those are the types of comments that come forward about students whose names come forward for academic colors. And this morning we have 7 seniors who we will be honoring. So I'd invite them to come forward when they hear their name and receive their colors tie from the headmaster. Please join me in congratulating the following students: Misha Bogdanov, Gavin Croft, Susanna Pilchik, Abby Rademacher, Sarah Dryden, Haley Taylor, and Jeremy Harvey. So now for the juniors, who will receive their colors pin. Please join me in congratulating Moose Brown, Georgia Gilmore, Chica Kamida, Chase Kittleson, Vanessa Lee, Kanya Magdanagelama, Harrison McGurk, Abby McIntosh, Bryce Minton, Jackson Palmer, Logan Rademacher, Ella Rush, Grace Shepard, Ava Simpson, Audrey Tsang, and Jensen Wong. Congratulations. congratulations to all of you. If you do aspire for academic colors, there will be one more opportunity before closing day, so please speak to your teachers and advisors on what you might need to do to get nominated. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Milne. Just a little sports recap. Well done to the senior girls soccer. You competed in the Island Championship last week, and I think it's one of the best ever seasons for our soccer. So well done to you and your coaches. Last Thursday, I had the great pleasure of watching the last 15 minutes of our first 15 boys rugby, and then the Colts playing away at Brentwood, and both sides became the Rugby Island champions, and I'd like to invite the captains up, which was Jackson Palmer, Alexander Majinovic, and Darwin Douglas. There's meant to be 2 trophies. One of the current holder didn't pass back the trophy, so we've only got 1 at the moment, but Mr. Murdy is on the hunt for that trophy for our cabinet. But well done, and we wish you the best of luck for the provincials. But as Island champions, can those captains come up, please, for a photo? Take it with you and give it to Mr. Murdy. And of course, good luck to the senior girls who are competing in the Island final up in Courtenay tomorrow. A few weeks ago, I shared that we had been given a Rugby Jersey by a former student. Well, we've received another one, which is from Delaney Aitkins, who was class of 2017. She was in Renfrew, and she won gold medal in the women's sevens for the Pan Am Games. This will be going up in the pavilion, and I think we're still expecting one more because we have also had a captain, female captain of the women's All Blacks team as well, of the 15s team, and she's promised to send one through. But I think Denise came up last time, so can I invite Anna Palmer as the captain? You don't know this, Anna, I can see the shock on your face. Anna Palmer as captain of our Iron Women to come and pick this up and have a photo. So, we're going to have another hymn, and a few members of staff have encouraged the Rev and have encouraged me to think that we do some hymns beyond the house hymns. So we're going to just stand up. We're going to do hymn number 17, but we're just going to listen to the first verse played through by our wonderful organist, and then we're going to join in and sing the first verse with the lyrics once you've heard the tune. I'm sure many of the adults here will know this tune and will pump it out and guide you. So, please stand. Number 17, if I didn't say that. Beautiful hymn, nobly sung. For many of you for the first time, welcome Marina to our community. I'm sure every single member of our community will be delighted to have you amongst us, and welcome to a gathering in chapel. So, students, please be seated. Let staff slip away, and then I'll hand over to MCB and the head of school. What time is it? Hi, Greg.
Sacrosans today are Strathcona 9s and 10s, grade 12s.